So good morning. Right, so we have another fix, restoration, repair, whatever you want to call it, to do on a guitar, and this one is an Alvarez. So you can see here, beautiful Alvarez, and this is an AF75. Okay. So the first thing, I picked this up from a guy who was selling it, because if you look at it without bashing it, what you might just see on the bridge there is you can just see that the bridge plate is just lifting, just starting to lift. And also if you look at it across there, you can just about start to see a little bit of bellying in the body there. So I picked this up from eBay. I did a deal with a guy, got it for a price that I was happy with, bearing in mind what these go for brand new, what these go for in a good state. I'm not sure they still sell these. I think this is about 15 years old. So it's not technically vintage, but it was, for me, the price was right and it was too good an opportunity to miss up, really. So I picked it up from a guy, and I have to say there are few guitars that I've got worked on that are in such good condition. I mean, it's 15 years old, so it shouldn't be battered, but people do all sorts of things, but there is not a dent or a knock or a nick or a scratch anywhere that I can see. It pretty much looks like the day it came out of the factory. So the only thing we've got to do with this really is give it it's a little bit dusty, and there's a little bit of grime on the frets. So what we've got to do with this is give it a clean up generally, but then we're going to take this bridge off, and I'm going to clean up the area, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then reseat it, clamp it, and then glue it back into position so that it is fixed, and then it will be up for sale. I mean, it's an incredible guitar. I mean, just look at that. That's mother of pearl in there. Beautiful. And then you've got the abalone shell rosette as well. I mean, it's just incredible, and it plays beautifully. So I kind of tuned it up just to make sure that the neck and intonation and everything was okay on it, because if not, that would be an even bigger problem. But it's all absolutely lovely. So let's get some tools, and then see if we can crack on. So the way I'm going to do this, just so that you're all kind of aware, is I'm going to take the strings off. Now, commercially, putting a set of strings on this is probably about anywhere from £8, depending on the strings, to £15. Now, to me, these strings look pretty new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep the strings. So what I'm going to do, I've down-tuned the whole guitar a long way. I'm going to put a capo on the first fret, and then I'm just going to actually take the bridge pins out, and I'm going to take the strings out. So that way afterwards, I can actually put the strings back in and keep the same strings on it and give the strings a bit of a clean up, because they look like there's virtually no play on them. And the frets as well look like there's virtually no play on them. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll go and get my tools, and then we'll start kind of seeing if we can get this baby off. So I'm going to heat this up, and I'm going to put an iron across the top, and I'm going to slowly try and just work the glue so that it's soft enough that I can get a kind of palette knife under here and just lift the bridge off. So I've got to take the pins out. These are rosewood pins with abalone inlays. I'll take the saddle out, and then we'll kind of work on that. So then we go and get some tools, and we'll crack on.